Hi all, and here's a question I get a lot. Can you actually change your handwriting? Well, the short answer is yes. I've changed my handwriting over the last years immensely, dramatically. I've written in cursive, I've written in print, I've written in perfect cursive in elementary, like all of us did. Well, not actually, but we change our handwriting all the time. And the question is, what handwriting are you actually trying to change here? Because there are a couple of different handwriting styles, and I'll go into that a little later on. But first, the short answer is yes, you can change your handwriting, but graphologists, they all seem to agree that while you can change the form and your habitual handwriting, so to speak, it's really difficult to change your natural handwriting. So I dove into graphology with a couple of books here, and I'm actually reading all of them. And it's very interesting to study this because it's more scientific than I thought. And they all say, well, you can change the form, you can't really change the basic features. It will always be very recognizable who the writer was. So that's quite interesting, I thought. So graphology agrees, yes, you can change your handwriting, but I'd like to make a suggestion. There's a difference between actually changing your handwriting and designing your handwriting, right? So graphologists will be able to tell whether you are the writer or not, even if the untrained eye can't really distinguish between, let's say, an imposter, like somebody forging a signature. Graphologists can, and graphology machines are very good at distinguishing between the authentic signature and the fraud. So what is this about? I think we have to make a difference between designing your handwriting and your personal hand, because you have two handwriting styles. Most people naturally do have a personal handwriting style and a professional one. And well, lately I think the personal hand is getting a bit lost. And most people that ask, can I improve my handwriting and how to do it, actually mean to improve their professional hand. And the professional hand is like your pocket typewriter in a sense. So before we had printers around, you went into the office and you need to make order, you have to place orders, write memos, send out instructions, what have you. All of these are professional, so the handwriting needs to be legible, it needs to be fast, because you have to do a lot of writing in one office day, one work day. And it needs to be neutral. You don't want to show too much of your mood, your health, your current your temper or your character. So it's a very neat, open handwriting style, and most of the times people default to some sort of print handwriting, which is very common nowadays, but also cursive. And actually calligraphy is a form of professional hand as well. In the Middle Ages, this is a fun fact by the way, the Middle Ages surprised me a lot. People didn't really have personal hand. Most people didn't know how to write, and the people that did know how to write, which were the scribes copying all the books, they used calligraphy to have a very neutral, illustrative handwriting style. And most people that ask, can I improve my handwriting, actually long for something like that. They actually want to be some sort of master penman, have very good cursive handwriting or calligraphy handwriting style. But I argue that's actually a professional hand. So what's the personal hand? Well, the personal hand, graphologists say, is more the authentic, the natural hand. Maybe you know this, but if you have a child, you send them to school, they are taught how to write cursive, and after a year, nowhere to be found. They have a completely own handwriting style, right? And from this point onwards, your handwriting changes all the time, because it changes with your character. As your character evolves, your handwriting evolves, but also your mood, your health. So yes, you can change your handwriting. It actually changes all the time. But I'm trying to argue that you actually don't really want to change your personal hand. Well, you maybe want to improve it. But the only way to do that is, well, get a good pen, get good paper, write a lot. And maybe, if you want to be all mystical about it, improve your character, and your handwriting will improve as well. So if you want to change your handwriting, I think you are referring to the professional hand. And to illustrate my point, in this book, they take a look at Napoleon's signature throughout the years. And it is very interesting because, as you might guess from the topic of this video, look, so here's Napoleon's signature, and it's I guess this is in 1904 when he is crowned emperor, and then we go 1905, 1906, and here he lost a battle. Here he's a bit annoyed, as you can tell. And here he's banned to Saint Helene. And as you can see, these signatures difference a lot, very much. So, and there's many examples of this. So your signature is not a static thing at all. You can change it all the time, because graphologists can actually tell whether you are the original writer or not, even if you change your signature completely, overhaul it completely. Also, they can tell whether you designed something or whether it's a natural development in your character. So that's something to think about. Yes, you can change your handwriting, but there's a lot more to it. And if you go out and just try to design a new handwriting, please make sure to not change your personal hand too much. Try to keep that one for yourself, for the people you love in your life, because maybe think of your personal hand as your secret handwriting, right? So the hand that only a select few people know how to read. It also it requires some effort on the reader's part to get to know the hand and be able to decipher it in a way, let's say, which is cool, I guess. If you journal a lot and you use a personal hand like Da Vinci, his mirror image handwriting, you and a select few people are the only ones that actually are able to easily read the handwriting and decipher your personal thoughts and secrets and reflections. So that's cool to have two handwriting styles, and make sure that when you are trying to improve your handwriting, make sure to improve the professional hand and distinguish between the two. If you're trying to improve your handwriting, please consider subscribing to this channel. It's all about improving your handwriting, so you love to write. And also, just embrace your messy handwriting. It's okay if your personal hand is messy, as long as it is a reflection of your character. But don't go about being all self-aware about your handwriting and designing it and trying to show off with it, I guess. Try and keep it real. So on that bombshell, I say, I see you next time, and let's cap it.